The cost of IT in business can be staggering. From hardware and software expenses to services like internet and phone, you don't need to spend a fortune on IT to succeed. If your organization spends more than $500 monthly on any service, or you're considering signing a long-term contract, IT Enabled can help you manage your technology and minimize your costs. Contact us today to schedule a free consultation. IT Enabled, we're here to help.
Hi, this is Tara Watson-Watkins with the Lufkin Angelina County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Connect podcast, connecting business to the community. I'm here today with my co-host, Blake Polino with BP Media Group.
So this week, we're continuing on our theme of interviewing our award winners from the Celebrate Business of 2021. So this week, we're interviewing Robert Shankle of Impact Lufkin, the Nonprofit of the Year winner, to talk about their organization, what's changed since we had him on the podcast last time, and some of their new initiatives going forward.
Well, we're excited today to have Robert Shankle back with us. Robert joined us last year to talk about Impact Lufkin, but since we've had you on, Impact Lufkin was actually awarded the very first Nonprofit of the Year award at our Celebrate Business Awards. So congratulations and welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for those that might have missed the earlier podcast, let's talk just kind of briefly about your history, and then let's talk about how Impact Lufkin got started, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. The history of Impact Lufkin was started by Buddy Temple. It was a dream of his to help improve the more poverty area of Lufkin. And so it was his vision and dream. And so Buddy Ziegler and Laura Squire took it up on themselves to try to fulfill that dream. And then I was brought into it, and that all started back in 2014. Yeah. And then they hired SFA to do a preaching inquiry, which took us 2 years to do. And we went through the community and asked what would they like to see, dream big and what they would like to see, happen in the community. And so we finally got a report 2 years later, and we started the process, and we started a nonprofit, which is Impact Lufkin Community Driven. And so that was beginning start of the process of starting that organization.
It's hard to believe that's been since 2014.
Yes,
it doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
It doesn't at all. No.
But so recently, y'all broke ground.
Yes.
On some of the new areas. Let's talk about that.
Yes, December 6th, 2020, we broke ground on building affordable housing. That was one of the issues that the community wanted to see happen, and so the floor plan is what the community wants. And so we started building affordable housing. And right now we have built 2 affordable housing, and we are working on 6 more.
That's great.
Yes.
And how do you qualify for that? Like, do you apply to be a part of that?
Yes, you apply. We have local banks. We have 7 local banks who have gracefully participated in financing those houses. So they have stepped up to the plate and tried to make sure that everyone that's qualified have a chance to be a first-time home owner.
That's wonderful.
So these are actually homes that people can purchase.
They can purchase.
To live in.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so they're built to be affordable to help people out. Well, that's great. So I want to go back to something you said when you started the organization and you did the poll and you asked what the community needed.
Yes.
What were the responses to that? What did the community say that they needed?
One thing is transportation. A lot of the individuals, they don't have vehicles, so transportation is a big issue. And we work with Brazos Transit,
okay,
and they are, along with the city, we're looking at putting different stops around the city, and mainly in Ward 1 and Ward 2, okay, to help people get around the entire city of Lufkin.
Interesting. And
the next thing was affordable housing, and then healthcare.
Okay.
And so healthcare, they finally, we have a healthcare center right across the street from where we build the houses.
That's great.
And so that has been accomplished also.
You talked a little bit about it when you were on the podcast last time, but can you tell us about that project, about how that's happened and how that's kind of come together? I know it was, it used to be the golf course, right?
Yes.
It was
yes.
previously Lufkin Country Club. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was
the first time around. Yeah.
It was previously Lufkin Country Club. And it's a miracle. It's a God thing, how everything happened.
Yeah.
And we talked to the Brents that own it, and They were saying, we told them the idea that we want to do with it. And so, no, they have other options to get more money
Sure.
to sell it to. They said, no, that's a great idea. We wanted to make sure you have it. And so we signed the contract, and we had a month to come up to close to $1 million.
Wow.
And me with my crazy self, I said, okay, we could do it. We got it. We got it.
I love that.
Oh, 2 days before, I'm wondering, why did I say that? You know, but, and to go back, God steps in all the time at the right time. Right. One day before that we supposed to close, we came up with the money.
That's great.
And we was able to purchase that piece of property. And then we partnered with Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. They came in and did a master plan of the entire property to where we have housing, we have a grocery store, we have a neighborhood center to where you could go to one big building and get mostly every services that you would need instead of going to different parts of the town. You go on that one piece of property. Yes.
Great. Solves that transportation part, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
What's the big picture for that? Is it a large number of affordable homes that are going to be in that community as well?
Yes.
What's kind of the end result you're wanting there?
Well, the end result is to open it up for the entire city of Lufkin to come and enjoy it, because, you know, it was a private golf course. So a lot of people never have been on the property.
Sure. So
we want everyone to come and enjoy the property and what we make out of it, and to encourage local business, you know, to start their business or whatever they want to do. You know, they'll have the chance to do that also. We have sort of a shortage on housing, so we want to try to capture that part of the issue that we have in Lufkin, and we have great partners that have stepped up to help us with that.
So you've got 2 houses built. What are the timelines for the other 4 being built?
Oh, we're starting right off. We should start on the next 2 probably within the next month, probably at the first of the year.
Okay.
We'll start on those.
That's great.
So we have, we put one on the market yesterday.
Okay.
And the other one should be completed at the end of this month.
Okay.
So yes.
That's great. Well, you know, I grew up, played golf all my life, and the girls' golf team was not allowed to play at Crown Colony. Right. They made us play at Lufkin Country Club. Isn't that funny? So I grew up playing on that country club many days out there with Susie Jerome as our golf coach. It's a beautiful property.
It is.
Really
there's so many lakes and there's hills, and when I heard that Impact Lufkin was going out there, you know, it's going to be a beautiful area to really be able to develop.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you see at timeline? What you've got the houses that are coming. What's going to happen next?
Well, next, what we really want to do is put another road in, and that way we can attract a grocery store to come in, and then we'll start on some more houses, and then part of the plan is to have football and soccer fields.
Nice.
And so, you know, someone they could come and play and have little tournaments and things like that. Like I said, we want to open it up to the entire Lufkin to come and enjoy.
Yeah. Would you create like a new park? Because the city of Lufkin's got 17 parks? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something like that.
Which is crazy. You never think about Lufkin having 17 parks.
Right. And they all being used.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, it would be a great area for
a
park.
I love that.
Yes.
So I want to kind of get some insight from you on kind of the meaning behind the charity, and just kind of to shed some light on what our listeners or people in Lufkin may not know about the poverty situation in Lufkin. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and just the realities of what's going on and the people who are in need? Right.
The reality is, you know, a lot of people live in poverty, and a lot of people see poverty. And so you want to talk to the one that lives in poverty to see what solution that we could come up with to help them come out of poverty. And so that's what the Appreciation Inquiry is about, is to help them come up with a program to help them, you know, come out of poverty and then be more sustainable, you know, be a positive role model in the community. And so we're doing everything that we can, you know, to make sure that they know all the resources that's available in Lufkin, and we connect those resources to the people that need whatever resources that they're looking for.
I think that I remember correctly that a health center was being built. Is that right?
Yes, it's up and going.
I was going to say it's already up and
Yes.
going and it's ready to go, which is fantastic.
Yes.
And who runs that, Robert? Can't remember.
It's the health clinic out of Nacogdoches.
Okay.
They had one in Nacogdoches, and then they built one here in Lufkin.
That's great.
Yes, and so they offer health and dental
nice.
at the same place.
Okay.
So yes,
And that's there on the property as
that's
well?
right across the street
Right
from the
across
property.
street from the
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it's almost like a little community there that's being built. I love that. What does the organization need? So what are the resources that you need? What's kind of the next steps for what would make things better?
Well, our next steps is, we need to apply for grants, to help with some more of the projects that we are needing. Streets is very expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
And so, we did a study on one street from Sarah Street over to Martha Luther King. So it'd be a shortcut. And it came up to over $1.5 million.
Wow.
That's just for a street.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we're looking for grants and funding and partnership, with people from the community that want to help improve the community to be a better place to live, play, and work.
Love that.
So if people want to make donations to Impact Lufkin, they certainly can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you go on our website and you could donate through our website. The website is impactlufkincommunitydriven.org. Okay. Yes.
And are there other ways that people can help if people want to be involved in the organization? How can
Yes,
they do
if
that?
they want to, they go on the same site, and we have a volunteer page that they could sign up, and we use them as volunteers.
Awesome. What kind of volunteer work can people do for the organization?
Well, right now we're doing a lot of work on a piece of property. With the storm coming through, it knocked down a lot of trees and different things like that, and we have several piles of tree limbs that we have to get rid of and make sure the property stays safe and clear. Yes.
We need to have a bonfire.
Oh, yes.
Roast
We
some
have plenty of
s'mores.
wood.
Sounds like there's some opportunity. If you want to roll up your sleeves and get involved, there's some definite opportunity.
Yes, it is.
And they can do that through the website. You can sign up to volunteer.
Yes, sir.
And do all that. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Is there anything else that our listeners need to know about the organization that we haven't covered that you want people to know?
Well, and we were just blessed to know that we were nominated for that award. And that night, I said my little prayer, Lord, if it's for us, just let us win. And so we come to the event. I didn't prepare a speech because the other organization that we was up against, I said, there is no way that we could win this organization. So they were making an announcement and everything. And my ears just went numb when they said Impact Lufkin. So I'm just standing there.
You know what I remember, Robert, was the roar of people. Yeah. They were so excited for Impact Lufkin.
Right. And I'm like, they said Impact Lufkin. I said, what? I said, Impact Lufkin. I said, yeah. And then I said, y'all, come on. So I'm walking toward the stage. And so I get up there. I turn around. Nobody behind me. I'm up there by myself. Yeah. But it is, it's amazing to see that people see your work, that you're doing in the community, and you're doing it for the community. It's not just one individual, it's the community coming together to make this happen.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Well, we're proud to honor you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, yes.
Absolutely. You're paving the road.
We trying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally trying to pave the road.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the award. Very well deserved. Awesome organization. And if you want to support this organization, please go to their website. Please check them out. Volunteer, donate any way that you can. And we want to thank you so much for tuning into the podcast again this week. Thank you so much for listening. We are just overwhelmed by the support that the community has given to this podcast and everyone listening and tuning in every week. And if you want to catch the video version of this podcast, it's available on the Chamber YouTube page and on the Chamber Facebook page. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.